Hey everybody, this is Eric from Support Adventure, and I'm coming to you from Thailand today, where I'm able to run my business of over 40 people on 4 different continents, servicing, you know, yeah, from 15 different countries. And I'm able to run this business because I've actually been able to make a culture that permits good work to be done over the internet. And if you are, working remotely now in the post-corona world, I would imagine you would be looking at some sort of virtual team building sorts of exercises or stuff you could do to sort of get things going and make your staff feel connected around the world. Or if you've already built an organization with people in different countries, this video might be helpful. So the basics are, in order to have a team around the world, feel like a team around the world, I would imagine that you want to make good use of video calls. I'm using Zoom right now to record this, and it's a great platform. Microsoft Teams works as well, but you want to get people together in those calls. Usually my management meetings are about 7 people who are helping me manage my business. And we've got management meetings where we discuss all of that, and we make sure to include a lot of sort of chat in there about how it is, where people are, what's going on, what time it is, at what time, just so people feel rapport. That's the main thing about virtual team building. And I mean, I guess the most vital thing with virtual team building is that you hire the right people that you actually like talking to, that resonate with your values, your personality, your charisma, your sense of humor, and all that stuff. And if you hire those people, then it will be easy to talk to them. And you're going to feel like a team when working remotely around the world. Or even if everybody's even working from home in the same country or city, you want to make that connection. You want to tie yourself into their life. You want to know, yeah, okay, they live with their wife and they've got a small child there and a dog, and sometimes you hear the dog barking. Ask about the dog. Don't look too annoyed. Well, yeah, virtual team building. Virtual team building is like you're inside of people's lives when they're working from home. You're a big part of it. And you need to make sure it feels warm and welcoming for them to be at home while working for you, rather than, when they go into an office, they're literally yours from the moment they walk into the door. And it's a different environment in this work from home environment that a lot of us find ourselves in, and that I've been doing, for the last 7 years, since I started working remote only from Belgrade, Serbia, when I launched my career as a remote only IT technician and transitioned into an entrepreneur, which is staffing remote only IT technicians. So I've learned a lot about this. You have to be sensitive to people's needs to socialize while working remotely. And video chat can actually mimic sitting face to face with someone, as long as you turn on the camera, have a good microphone, and you're using a laptop. So it looks like right now I'm looking at a video of myself displaying what I'm recording, but it almost looks like I'm looking you in the eye. So now I'm looking at the camera, so I'm looking you in the eye, but now I'm looking at the screen. So if people are using laptops or webcams on top of their screen, it gives a lot more personable of an impression, rather than if, they're looking at a screen and the webcam's over here and they're looking like this. So encourage them to get the right setup, the right headset. This is a Sennheiser. I also like the Logitech ones. Both, I prefer the models that have USB as the interface, because the sound card is never an issue in that point, in that circumstance. So yeah, make sure people have got the right equipment, the right environment, and also offer them some sort of break to do exercise, or some sort of group exercise, or, everybody at 11 o'clock, get up and clap your hands and get in a Zoom call and move around and get some blood pumping through you. Because if you're sitting at home all day, working from home all day, and you barely move around, get out, ultimately health is going to degrade. So try to offer your staff some sort of way to move around while they're doing it. Sometimes break or breathing exercise. We do yoga at Support Adventure. We have a great teacher who comes on, at least once a week, and the people who want can go in the yoga class and take half an hour off from work and do this yoga routine. And afterwards they feel much better and they do much better work. And, some of the more like numbers-based people are like, well, am I going to give up half an hour of my staff just so they can do yoga? That doesn't make any sense. I'm losing their time. Well, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be like that. I don't think giving people 5 minutes to talk among each other while you're waiting for meeting people to show up like it's all time that sort of adds some breath into the day, adds some sort of humanity and flow into the day. Also, encourage that your team have a good routine around working from home. When I started working from home in 2013, before I even got my first position, I decided that I was going to wake up. I was determined to get a job in the UK market. So I was going to be at my desk finding a job from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day with 1 hour lunch. So I essentially started the routine in July, every day, working 9 to 5, sitting there at my office, got the routine going, exercising, getting out of the house before 9 o'clock, coming home, going out for lunch, going to buy some food, come home, eat it, get back to work, finish the day, go for another walk somewhere. And, it was summer, it was good, weather was nice, and those walks really helped me focus on that I was going to have this routine. And then by the time in mid-August, when I showed up in London, had an interview with a company that wanted to hire me to work remotely, I basically was able to tell them about this routine that I had already established, and they were convinced, yeah, this guy does have enough discipline to work remotely. So encouraging your staff to do that rather than just rolling out of bed in their pajamas and, moping over to the desk and working a little bit, while they're waking up. You want them to be ready to go at the start time and have done all their personal stuff in the morning, like drop their kids off to school and all that stuff, gone for a walk, done some exercise and all that stuff before they start. And when they start, they've got a clean and focused mind to work on the task at hand. So encourage that sort of routine, give them things like exercise before the start of work that they can do online to help them with it. But ultimately don't police it, because that would be a very weird thing culturally for people to be told what to do before they start working from home. So, yeah. And feel free to have like a time at the end of the week where people just come and sort of casually chat, just like you would if you were going for drinks with your colleagues after. You can even make a after 4:30 p.m. bottles open policy, depending on your culture already. In the UK, for example, I've noticed this is a much more common thing than in the US or Canada. Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock, beer o'clock, sort of have a beer for the last hour. Nobody's going to get too smashed in 1 hour that they're going to mess up anything monumentally. You can do that over Zoom. You can do that, in a chat. You can post pictures of people. Hey, today I'm drinking this awesome IPA craft beer from my local brewery, blah, 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 blah. Just make it fun. Make people feel connected, and make people feel that working from home has a good transition to their life at home. That's pretty much it. And yeah, there's all sorts of more virtual team building exercises you can do online and stuff like that. But I think if you just allow human beings to be social over remote working environments, that can be enough. That can be very useful and beneficial, because human beings naturally socialize, and you just have to let them to do that, give them time to do that, and you'll see the benefits in a much more sort of connected global remote staff and a much more satisfied sort of workforce that you have telecommuting every day to work with you. So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you liked it. My name is Eric, Supportive Adventure, and wishing you all the best in building a great remote culture and a team that helps each other out and helps you make a win in your business.